11 here, southwest of Columbiana. This will be pushing over toward Middleton, and then let's go north just a little bit if you don't mind. I appreciate that. Okay, this is somewhere we'll be watching. Okay, don't see anything too significant in there, but again, this is some gusty wind that also extends up toward Youngstown and Boardman tonight with this line of storms moving on through. So right now, no huge signatures that are sounding alarm bells with us in here, but we're watching those closely. Jim?
And as you mentioned, that tornado warning was just south of Cleveland just an hour ago, so it is moving at a quick pace. That's now potential for tornado to form just south of that, and the National Weather Service puts that out so you have as much prep time as possible, and to keep you on the alert that that is possibility that you might need to seek shelter if you are south, as you mentioned, into parts of southwestern and southern Columbiana County for the potential for that to spin up. And still not looking at anything that's overwhelmingly giving us a radar signature, because many times a tornado warning will be issued if, of course, it's dark nighttime right now. If radar signature shows the signature that we're looking for to show us that we have rotation, they will go ahead and put out the severe thunderstorm warning, change it to a tornado warning, if in fact they do see radar signatures out of the National Weather Service, and we're trying to stay ahead of that as well.
All right, and let's go ahead and go back to that one spot we were just looking at here, and that is just south of Columbiana. I am going to go ahead and switch radar products here. Let's get in a little bit closer here. Unionville rather, excuse me, southeast of Latonia. If you're living in the East Fairfield area, Rogers, New Waterford, up and down 7 here. This is just south of Columbiana. This is an area. I want to go ahead and switch radar sources. This is a little concerning. Okay, this is just south of Columbiana. Again, not a strong signature, but this is an area we're going to watch here. And let's talk about some of these roads in this region here. This is just south of Columbiana here in the east of Route 11. This would be west of Route 7 here. So again, if we turn this on, different products on here, and we'll go ahead and take a look at this. This is south of Columbiana, around the Middleton area, in north central parts of Columbiana County here this evening. And there you go. You can plainly see that this is an area that we're starting to see just a slight amount. Okay, that was a tornado warning has expired for Stark County, so that's good news. That is the storm off to the west. So this is an area we're going to watch here just south of Columbiana. This is still pushing some strong gusty wind with it here across Columbiana County now. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those numbers. Go ahead, Ryan.
And that's I want to see too if we look at that from Pittsburgh's radar site there as well, because what we're seeing in there too, certainly picking up on very strong wind gusts that's coming and plowing right into eastern now Columbiana County. This where you start to see, again, I'll look short here because Paul's much taller than me, but what you see here, these almost blue shades showing up, Unionville, Columbiana here, working toward New Waterford and Middleton. That's some very strong wind gusts, and we're watching this closely because of the trajectory of how this is starting to take shape here. This is potentially trying to do a little bit of spinning in there. It's certainly not a very strong signature, but it's something that we're closely monitoring. A little concerned with what we see between about Columbiana here and New Waterford, Middleton, East Fairfield as well. So in these areas, I want you to be extra alert and make sure that, again, you're paying attention to what's going on here, taking these storms seriously. Seeing, again, in northeastern Columbiana County, around Columbiana, between Columbiana and New Waterford, some concerning signatures showing up there on radar. Paul?
Yeah, and again, concerning is a good way of putting it, Ryan. This is one that we're going to watch the consistency of this to see whether or not it evolves into something bigger or not. Out to the west here in Canton and southeastern Stark County, again, that tornado warning has now been canceled. That is still a severe thunderstorm warning. So this is also an area we're watching closely too, and it too not showing any of those big strong signatures like it was showing earlier. So again, as we back up and regroup here tonight, it does look like, as we take a look at the bigger picture, this is the main core, and I'm going to go ahead and outline this on a squall track. I apologize, that was not the proper way of doing that. So what I want to do is go ahead and draw a track on the gustiest wind. If you're living in Youngstown, basically I-76 across Mahoning County. I-80 is probably the better line to use right now north. The worst part of the weather is past you. It's moved on to the south here, but that south of I-80 is still dealing with some rough weather. And as we go ahead and put a squall track on this, I'm going to run this line through some of the biggest wind that is associated with this entire line. This is moving at about 50 miles per hour. So this will put this on through down toward East Liverpool, even Lisbon around 1230, which is where we're sitting at. It's right on the borderline with you. But as we look ahead, you can plainly see this gets on into Malvern and northern parts of Carroll County, Wampum over in western Pennsylvania, about 1239, 1240. And off to the southeast and southern parts of Columbiana County as this moves on through at about 50 miles per hour. So this line is on the move tonight, and that is good news. This thing is actually running a little ahead of schedule now. It did really well. The models did really a good job showing when this was going to start, but this thing is dropping south fast now. And we'll go ahead and run this on a loop once again here over the last 2 hours just to show you how this has marched in off of Lake Erie tonight and then dropped off to the southeast. So this main push of heavy rain and some hail now moving its way through southern Mahoning County into mainly Columbiana and Lawrence counties getting the worst weather, Jim.
And want to just reset the pins and thank we got new viewers that are tuning in every minute now to kind of see what's going on with plenty of power outages now in Mahoning County. Mahoning County now has over 3,200 customers without power. So if you are now watching as we are streaming, we thank you for that, and we'll keep you intact with what's going on. Trumbull County with about 600 residents without power due to some storm damage, and the news crews are out there as well. We'll have, of course, all the footage tomorrow. But as I mentioned before, we want to see your pictures for tomorrow, but please wait until tomorrow before you get out there and snap pictures if there's any downed trees or things like that in the roadways. If you have to be traveling, if you're one of the people that have to actually be out on the road this morning going to work, then we thank you for taking those pictures and sending them to us at the WKBN.com reported site. But want to do it when we're all clear. Still tracking severe weather that is now moving in through parts of western Mahoning County and now Columbiana County, getting some of the stronger winds, right, Paul?
Yeah, and it looks like this is dropping anywhere from a half inch to a little over 3/4 of an inch of rain as it presses on through. Now, keep in mind that's probably contaminated slightly by some hail because we've had plenty of that moving on through too. In fact, if we look at some of the hail swaths, they were bigger out to our west. These are the areas of purple. Right now, not seeing a tremendous amount of hail locally. And again, this is something that has just been slowly starting to fizzle compared to what it looked like even an hour ago, but still dealing with some very heavy rainfall moving through the Columbiana area. We keep bouncing back and forth to our velocity products and not quite seeing any consistency.
Can you go back to
Go ahead, Ray.
Pittsburgh on velocity there?
I'm there.
Yeah, now what I
Around
want
the
to point
East
out is we
Palestine
zoom
area.
into East Palestine, New Waterford area. Really not liking the way this is shaping up here, how this is showing. It does look like potentially there's a little bit of rotation in here, a little bit of a pocket of that. The brighter blues here show where that's kind of pushing out here, indicating perhaps a little bit of trying to spin up here around New Waterford and pushing toward East Palestine. Now this is just a severe thunderstorm warning
I'm going to crank up the radar beam, and
Okay.
you'll be able to see it wrap with the mid-levels of the storm, Ryan.
And so
this
that's
is-
what he's
this is
saying
tilt
here,
one.
what he's
Go ahead.
referring to. He's going to take the beam that we're scanning at and continue to go higher and higher into the storm. And again, seeing that staying pretty consistent all the way up as we take a look at all those different levels of this thunderstorm. So again, around New Waterford toward East Palestine, Unity and Negley, and see we're seeing that as well. This is switching radar sites over to Cleveland now as well, and showing that in that general area as well. So I do think potentially a little bit of rotation showing in here, a sign that we need to be taking this extra seriously as this is showing that. You should be moving to a safe spot here in your home, lowest level of the home, interior room. I know this is not a tornado warning, but we want to be extra cautious with these storms based on what we've seen take place off to the west. So from about Mill Rock, New Waterford, Unity, East Palestine, Jimtown, Negley here, you should be moving into a safe spot right now as this storm continues to move through. It'll be out of the area in about 10 minutes, but very concerned with what we're seeing showing up there, Paul.
And Ryan, what this has been showing, and we've been talking about this is one of our products. It's called our shear swath, our rotation tracker. And you can see it did show a little bit west of Columbiana, another little burst here around Middleton. And we were talking about this with our velocity products. But right now, you can see that is along that same path that is now moving into the Nagley area, Carmel Acre Road. This is around the Lake Tomahawk area, Union Ridge, Carmel Acre, Dyke Road, moving across 170 here and right into the center of Nagley. This is extreme eastern Columbiana County along 154 too. So this is, again, right now this is a severe thunderstorm warning, but if you heard us talk about earlier, this was also a spot that we were watching some of this potential quick spin up on these storms, and this is what we're seeing. This is one of our newer tools with our new weather system here. This rotation tracker does a pretty good job generally picking this up, and you'll see that is the only spot around locally that is showing this. And if I back this up over the last 3 hours, watch where you see that before.
And
too.
we need to go to air right now. Tornado warning issued for that particular thunderstorm. So again, the area that we're talking about here, Jeff, if you could hear us, let me know when we are switched over to over the air as well.
Okay, what we're doing now is we will be switching to air. Jeff, go ahead, Jeff. There's our tornado warning, Ryan.
And we're over live as well?
I haven't heard what. We are now
okay,
live,
we are live on
air.
air.
Okay.
So I want to update you. A tornado warning just issued for eastern Columbiana County now. It's the area flashing in red. We're seeing indications of rotation around Rogers, East Palestine, pushing toward Negley as well. That's what this red shade is showing right here. So eastern Columbiana County, you need to be moving to a safe spot right now. It's the lowest level of your home. If you do not have a basement, move to an interior room, preferably a well insulated room, and make sure you're taking cover as this storm works through. Again, that tornado warning going until, if we can click that, Paul, to get the timestamp on there.
Yeah, 1:15 a.m.
1:15 here in the morning. We've been seeing some concerning signals on velocity on radar with this as that pushes right now through Rogers toward East Palestine and then moving off into Beaver County. Again, tornado warning issued for eastern Columbiana County until 1:15 here. That area that you're seeing showing in green and red, that is where we have rotation being picked up by radar here. This is moving right now toward Negley. This storm spinning up pretty quickly here over the last about 5 to 10 minutes. We've been tracking this continuously on WKBN and WYTV.com and jumping on air here, as is our policy, anytime a tornado warning is issued in our coverage area. So again, this is moving right now through Rogers toward Negley here, East Palestine, and you see the update coming in quickly, shifting off to the east here. This is along the Ohio-Pennsylvania border in eastern Columbiana County. You need to be moving to your safe spot right now. If you know someone in that area, give them a call, make sure they're awake. It is late at night, and these are often the most concerning types of tornadic thunderstorms that we see, the late night storms that come through the area. Paul?
And again, let's go ahead and talk about this, because this has moved right down 154 across the Lake Tomahawk area into extreme eastern parts of Columbiana County here as we move on into western Pennsylvania. This tornado warning, let me emphasize this, because this is now basically from Negley east. There is a lot of heavy rain. Rogers back toward Middleton, even toward Columbiana, East Palestine. But the sheer area, the area we're concerned about of rotation, is moving along this eastern fringe of Columbiana County. So if you are in this red outline, basically from East Palestine down to Fredericktown, along 170 east in extreme eastern parts of Columbiana County, you want to take cover. And also, even over in western Beaver County, you want to take cover too. You can see how this rotation is working its way. Again, this is our rotation tracker. This is a shear tracker where we can see some of that spin in those storms as they move on through. And this is moving right through the city of Negley. This is 170, just south of Negley here, and then over into the Pennsylvania state line, currently Black Hawk Road, heading over toward Black Hawk here in western Pennsylvania. So this is the area of concern. Ryan, if we can go ahead and zoom out a little bit, I want to talk about the rain because we're talking about this rotation and spin here. This is some heavy rain on the backside, and I know it's probably scary if you're from Unity to New Waterford, but again, if we look at that velocity product, that area is now east of Mill Rock here, pushing toward Nagley, over toward Carmel Acre. This is the Lake Tomahawk region, 170 over toward Fredericktown and eastern parts of Columbiana County, then pushing over into Beaver County. Out to the west, some extremely heavy rainfall, but this area, and you can see how these colors are changing shades here, right around the Nagley area. This is that area we were watching for one of the spin-ups, and if you've been following us as we've been streaming since the 11 o'clock news had ended, we've been watching these little pockets try to spin up at times. This one did enough to trigger a tornado warning. Again, this is a Doppler radar tornado warning south and east of Columbiana County, stretching from Middleton off to the southeast along 170 and eastward. But it does look like the most dangerous part of that storm, at least that rotation part of that storm, is just about to cross east of Nagley here, across the state line into western Pennsylvania, but still some very heavy rainfall on the backside of it here across parts of eastern Columbiana County. Again, this is why we're breaking in on the air across all channels. We've been streaming live as the severe weather has been pushing on through. This will be the last of the worst weather as it presses on southward. In fact, if we can take kind of a bigger picture here, Ryan, just to show this entire line marching on through. This is a tornado warning. It expires officially at 1:15. My guess is they'll trim this back a little bit quicker and we'll get you back to programming on air. You can continue to follow us as well as we continue to stream at WYTV and WKBN.com here tonight. But again, this is a very dangerous storm now crossing the border of western Pennsylvania. I believe that's an update there. What do we got, Ryan?
And that is an update there, trimming back that warning. You'll see that update on your screen here, that flashing red box. But what I want to do, hone in on here quickly as we do another update, taking a look at velocity, it does look like if we were to have a tornado with this particular thunderstorm on the ground, it would be right on the state border here from Nagley over toward Canalton and Roten town here, and south of Darlington, moving into Beaver County now. It would be right on the state border here. You see that warning box just got smaller, so we'll stay with this here as this continues to move out of the area. The other thing I do want to touch base on is, again, these storms as they have been moving through the area. The last tornadic storms that we had, seeing reports coming out of that of hail up to the size of ping pong balls. So large hail is a concern with this thunderstorm. If we can go ahead and pull that up quickly.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what most are used to looking at here, the reflectivity values, and that's the deep reds and those pink colors. That's that heavy rainfall here in northwestern parts of Beaver County there. And Ryan's talking about the hail, and I'll go ahead and circle this area here. That's what he's talking about. And again, that is some very strong updrafts. The wind pulled it up into the storm, helping to support these hailstones. But we've been, of course, tracking, of course, the rotation with these too. And just to kind of give you a bigger picture here, this was under a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. And then this was triggered as a tornado warning as that spin up continued to blow up. But as far as hail goes, you can see this also has laid down a blanket of hail with it from Columbiana down to East Palestine. And those hailstones have been as big as an inch or even bigger tonight in some spots. So that was one of the concerns about these storms as they moved on through. But right now, this is a tornado warning officially until 1:15. They did trim the back edge of this box up. And as we look at our other products in here, and I want to go back to our rotation tracker. And let me tell you, this thing has done a great job for us tonight, really picking this stuff up. And you can see that it is now, and that's the area of red, here into parts of western Beaver County. That is where it's pushing a lot of that rotation, and this has been right on target with the other products and tools that we were using to look at the spinning atmosphere and this is laid right with it. So this is our rotation tracker, one of our new tools with our weather system, and it has proven itself tonight. You can see this rotation just south of Darlington. We're over in Beaver County now. So in Columbiana County, let me tell you, the worst part of the rotating part of this storm has now pushed on into Beaver County across the state line, and more than likely we're going to see this warning continue to trim down from Mill Rock east here in this area of red in Columbiana County. So that rotation has now pushed over toward Black Hawk and also just south of Darlington with this storm moving into Beaver County in western Pennsylvania. But if we go back to the reflectivity tonight, we'll see where that heavy rainfall continues and even some of that hail in these areas of pink showing up from Enon Valley, east of East Palestine. That just updated over toward Darlington. This is the hail core with this. And Jim, if we can go ahead and pull this out, I do want to point out to the west and northwest, I know there's still heavy rain up across parts of Trumbull County, Youngstown, Newton Falls, but this line that is now through Lisbon and also helped trigger this tornado warning in eastern parts of Columbiana County, this is the main thrust of this system as it pushes on through. Let's go to the west here, Jim. Can you take me on out to the southwestern part of Columbiana County here? There's a couple areas of purple. I do want to point out one's in Carroll County, but this other one just southeast of Hanoverton, over towards Summitville here into the western part of Columbiana County. Maybe we can take a look at that. That's an area that I want to watch pretty closely too and look at some of those velocity products as we look. This is a strong storm southeast of Hanoverton, right down 644 towards Salineville. This is going to push on through 518 and then move south of Lisbon as we watch this core of heavy rainfall and some hail moving through southwestern Columbiana County. Can we hit the shear tracker on that? I'd be curious to make sure that's not showing anything down in that direction too. Here in Columbiana County. That was a little earlier, and then this, of course, was what moved through Columbiana County, and then right now we're not seeing a whole lot in the southwestern part of the county, so that's good news. But again, we broke in on air as this tornado warning was issued for parts of eastern Columbiana County here tonight, and the main core of that has now pushed into Beaver County in western Pennsylvania, and we're not really seeing that in Columbiana. Go ahead, Ryan.
And so as I expect this warning is going to be allowed to expire here, and there they go. They just canceled that. So we are going to momentarily send you back to regularly scheduled programming. I do want to quickly touch on, before we do, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for much of Columbiana County. I'm picking up on indications with this, especially along the leading edge of this line here, wind gusts in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour. This is pushing right now into East Liverpool, into Wellsville, over towards Salineville. And as this continues to settle off to the south, we'll slowly start to see that severe threat coming down. But you see out ahead of that active severe thunderstorm warning. So the tornado warning has expired for our area. We are going to continue to track these storms as they work through our area now. You can continue to stay along with us at WKBN.com as well as WYTV.com. Myself, meteorologist Ryan Halicki, alongside meteorologist Jim Lowboy and meteorologist Paul Wetzel. For now, we send you back to programming. Go to our website and continue to track the storms with us.
All right, as we continue to track here, streaming live, it does look like the main push of this line of storms just about to work its way through southern Columbiana County. That doesn't mean there isn't heavy rainfall on the backside of this as this entire system moves on through. There's still some moderate to heavy rainfall coming down across parts of Trumbull and Mahoning counties. But again, that tornado warning that was in place for Columbiana County has now been allowed to expire and canceled. Right now, our heaviest rain locally is southwestern Columbiana County, and that is right in the Salineville area, Highlandtown, southwest of Lisbon. So this is basically stretching from just south of Guilford Lake down into the southern half of the county and also dropping off to the south and southeast here tonight. So this batch of rain will be pushing into Wellsville and East Liverpool, and then we can finally shut down at least the gustiest wind part of these cells as they move on through tonight. We've been monitoring these as they've been working their way across the area. It does look like, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean this up for you. Let's go ahead and turn everything off but the alerts because I do want to show you what we have left. And we have some flooding issues out to the west. There's a flood advisory from Stark County west. But I will point out that right now we only have a severe thunderstorm warning going from Columbiana County off to the south. And then parts of southwestern Lawrence County. So from this point southward, everywhere to the north up here is no longer under any warnings. It's just heavy rainfall still coming down. And in fact, you are kind of in the all clear of any severe weather tonight. That is now pushing off to the south and southeast. But Columbiana County, you remain under a severe thunderstorm warning officially until 1:15. We'll see if they don't start trimming that back as this heavier line, of course, pushes off to the south. That is currently now making its way through southern Columbiana County. And if we get back to our velocity products that we're using here this evening, it's not seeing any huge amounts of shear compared to what we had earlier. And that's good news, and that's what we want to see here in Columbiana County, as these overnight situations sometimes are not so great. Of course, in the middle of the night, oh, that's some heavy rain right on 39 here, down around the Highlandtown area. That's got to be some hail coming on down here. In fact, we'll go ahead and take a look at the hail swath. You can see that has laid down hail off to the west there in southwestern Columbiana County, and then right now still dealing with some of that heavy rainfall right over top of Highlandtown Lake here this evening.
Getting some reports of some damage in Columbiana County with some trees down, so we're going to keep you posted on that as well. Thankfully, again, not many cars out on the road with the current situation with the coronavirus, but a lot of people are at home, stuck in the house. And just to kind of reset here, thanks for joining us on our live stream. We were on the air for a brief time for a tornado warning that was issued and now has expired for folks over around the East Palestine area in through eastern Columbiana County. And no report actually whether or not a tornado actually formed, but radar indicated a tornado possibility, and the National Weather Service will not take any chances. If we see the right signature on radar, they will issue that, because minutes count when it comes to getting to your safe zone, getting into a basement or an interior room. Looks like things are starting to clear out a little bit for folks up into Trumbull County, Mahoning County, but still some heavy driving rain. And you could see our lightning over the last several hours throughout the region, closing in on probably over 1,000 lightning strikes with this storm. So maybe you were waken up by some of the light flashing, flickering through your window, and you opened up your app. We thank you for joining us this morning. Still some of the heavy rain and some of that heavier hail embedded in that in extreme southern Columbiana County, right, Paul?
And,
Good.
I'm going to jump in here with an update on the power outages. Looking at Columbiana County right now, particularly from around New Waterford and Rogers here, seeing reports of about 663 customers without power. New Waterford total in Columbiana County about 5,100 customers without power. That's certainly a sign that we've taken a big punch of wind in here. Let's see, Fairfield Township about
That was
720.
right in the path of that storm. That went on through.
720 customers
Yeah.
without, which is right where that storm went through. So I'll be curious to see what daylight sheds on this potential storm damage there from possibility that's where the tornado warning was of that storm. Certainly either way, very strong indicators of some high winds. In Mahoning County, we're seeing reports of over 4,700 customers without power. Some of the hardest hit areas, Berlin Township, over 1,000 in that general area. Milton Township, about 940. That's something that we were watching a little while ago. Just to give some reference here, Medina County, where certainly we had indications of a tornado touchdown based on radar signatures there, nearly 13,000 without power there. Looking at Trumbull, lower number there, still about 2,600 customers without power in that general area. Hardest hit area looks like Warren, about 794, and of course Warren, a more densely populated area, also